Freestyle Friday edition. Your boy MicRoqz checking in. Big GOG energy. Gift to God. Prize forever. Yeah, look. Going for the gold, not the silver and the MicRoqz Mondays. Look. Do I think I'm the shit? Bitch, of course. Like, how is that a rumor if I'm the source? This energy gonna come with a force. I'm not in the games, but I'm really in the sports. Like, if it's bad, then I'ma let it play. MicRoqz.
Yeah, that one was dope too.
Your boy MicRoqz checking in. You know what I'm saying? We dropping bars. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Big GOG energy. Gift to God, prize.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep them on my toes.
MicRoqz. Look, I'm just trying to shine through the dark.
Good afternoon. You are now tuned in Real Talk with TML. I have a very special guest with me today. He goes by the name MicRoqz, and he is all of that and so much more. He is just a professional and a person that I've seen through multiple different performances be that energy and be that closer and be that person that people remember. And it resonates with people, your music and just the way you deliver it. And I just, from the beginning, from the first performance, it was like, I was like, who's that guy? You had your people there. There's always, you bring a crowd. You are the definition of a great artist to me in New England. So I want to give you your flowers today because I think it's well deserved. And tell them where you rep. What's your zip code?
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy MicRoqz. I'm out of here at Western Mass. Shout out to the 413 area. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm rocking out right now.
That's dope. I mean, because you came to Boston and you did a show, and that was like my first time seeing you. And I had heard about you from Ace because he went to a show, I believe, in Springfield. And that's how he connected with you. And he was like, yo, I met this dope artist and, he's going to come perform at our Halloween party. And I was like, for real? So like, just to see you and you live up to everything that he said and more. Because again, I've seen you through multiple different performances throughout this last year. Because that was about a year ago. And I was looking back to find those videos because I was like, yo, the energy was so lit every time that you perform. So I'm definitely going to bring those in because this is pre-recorded. So I get to do some intros and outros. And I'm definitely going to show those performances of the video clips that I got because.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, your energy is electrifying, bro.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Yeah. Shout out to the whole Springfield. Shout out to Ace, man. For inviting me out to Boston to come turn up with y'all. And yeah, it was definitely a vibe, man. Definitely a vibe. I try to bring good music. I try to bring dope music that's gonna resonate with everybody and just put everybody in a good mood. And you know what I'm saying, and show some music that I believe in.
Right.
So it was dope to come out there and turn up with y'all.
Yeah, every time it's a vibe. Every time I feel that energy from you. And like I said, you stay to the end. Like I say to artists, that was my thing when we did, I don't know what show after that, but I was like, listen, Mike has to close. Like he is a closer. He is the top of the crop. You know what I mean? And I wanted you to feel that. Was it the Votto? I think it was the Votto show because you were going to be the artist that was the last artist to go. And I was selective in that because I felt like, you had been somebody throughout the year that had been on the different shows and different showcases that, Ace had. And you every time brought that sportsmanship and that leadership and just that star power. So that was, my way of saying to you, you deserve your own shows. I believe that you can put on your own shows and do a great job at it and have artists under you, because then you brought artists that actually freestyled that weren't on the bill and they were dope. So shout out to them because that was so dope too. Because again, you have to be surrounded by the quality of the people that you want to, be received as. And
Of
the quality
course.
of people you bring are always that energy, that sportsmanship, that just that camaraderie of great people. And I love it. So,
Right, right. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Jay Killer and shout out to Tahiti.
yeah,
Those are the people I showed up to Boston. Tahiti was she popped out to catch the whole event on camera for me. But she's an artist as well, so I kind
yeah,
of wanted to introduce Ace to Tahiti just to build a network and
yeah.
put people on because I never been a gatekeeper, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was dope to kind of just like share the floor with some of my people as well.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, Mike. Honestly, like I feel like you have to be able to pass the torch and,
Right.
be able to, show people, there's a way. There's more people that you can network with and you're doing that and you're building and that's important.
Right, right. I mean, and yeah, and we all had a great time, you know what I'm saying? It was fun to, shake hands, meet new people and
Yeah.
build a network on social media and stuff like that. So it's dope, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be the middleman going forward. Now, they can build their own relations.
Yeah. Now, I didn't get to put in the clips that I really like. I didn't get the flow of you in these clips that we just did in the intro. So I'm going to go back and try to get some more because I don't think people understand how clever you are with your bars and just you are a barman. You are a
Mm.
person that I expect to hear some type of wordplay, some type of just jewels that you're dropping in your music. And where does that come from? Let me ask you that. What first got you into music?
Really just the whole energy of it. Music because I'm a fan of different genre of music. So it's not just hip hop. I like me some some R&B. I might like some house music. I might like some like alternative rock or something. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the day you catch me on.
Yeah.
But um yeah, music has always been like a language that like speaks to me, brings out like the the joyfulness and just wanting to be a part of the sound making as far
Yeah.
as like laying my words on a melody or creating a melody to to share with everybody the something that's catchy. So I think just even growing up like around my family, my mother playing different types of music and stuff like that, it was just always so captivating to me and like inspiring, because it's like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to be able to, express myself in that kind of way, or in this kind of way, or in that
Yeah.
kind of way. So it's just exciting. Music's always been like a big part of my life.
And that's dope because that was my next question to you. Who inspired you? So you said your mom. Your mom was a big inspiration. Was there anybody else that you would say?
Really, I think my mother was a big inspiration in music, and my older brother inspired me really to tap in writing music because back in the day he used to do a lot of spoken word, and the way he used to express himself and be so expressive through his intellectual wordplay, I thought was like really dope. It gave me like Def Jam poetry vibes. I don't know
Yeah,
if you remember back, you know what I'm saying, back in the
slam
day and stuff.
poetry, all of that.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, him being able to like express himself was kind of inspiring to me because I wanted to do the same, but just to a rhythm or a beat. So,
Right.
that's where it kind of started, and it just grew from there.
Now that's dope. That's dope. I mean, I think your surroundings definitely ultimately make you. And I think that, a lot of kids who grew up in music or around people who played music and were collective with their music taste and things like that, we have a wide spread of music abilities. You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? Like it allows you to be able to listen to rock or get on a rock track or make, I tell people all the time, like, don't just be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because rappers don't get paid. Be an artist. Um,
Right.
an artist is more collective. It's more open. It's more broad. And I
Right.
think that there's so much more opportunity when people label themselves that way, you know, and they speak
Yeah.
of that nature, because it's like, listen, you boxed yourself in. Now you're only being considered for that type of genre of music. Don't
R-
don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, definitely. When people ask me, they'll be like, "Hey, like, are you a rapper?" I always respond, "I do music. I make music." You know, so yeah, sometimes it's rap. Sometimes it might not sound like rap to you, but
right,
it all depends how you look at it.
right.
Um, You know what I'm saying? So I never try to box myself into one genre.
Hmm.
Like I said, I like just doing different types of music, different whatever sticks to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, oh, okay, boom, I could really dig this. Then
Hmm.
I'm usually going with it. Um, so it could be any lane. Um,
That's dope. So tell me, who would you most like to collab with?
um, my top of my list would be Fabulous. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm a
can see
big
that.
Yeah, I'm a big Fab fan. So, um, he also played a part in my inspiration. As far as like listening to his music and understanding like his bar scheme and the metaphors and the storytelling and things like that. I really took a lot of what he did and kind of just made my own way with it, but Fab would be someone I would really love to collab with, just kind of to show like, this is, what I'm saying, like all of this came from, what I'm saying, I was inspired by you, what I'm
Yeah,
saying, the music, the delivery on my end, and what I'm saying, so it would be like playing basketball like with your favorite player like Kobe or something,
yeah,
so
that's good.
um yeah, what I'm saying, so shout out to Fab. That would be a dope collab.
I like that collab. I think we should shoot for that.
Yeah.
2025, I
Facts.
think we should shoot for the Fab and MicRoqz collab.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying? Tag Fab, in the
yes, tag,
comments.
tag, tag, tag him up. Let him know MicRoqz is looking for that feature. He got all the bars
You know
straight
what
up.
I'm saying?
I verified that. Okay, like listen,
Right.
it definitely, I think, is, it's a respected gift and a talent that
Right.
you have, and I think that not everybody understands, coming from, I come from, like you said, wordplay. I come from, making sure that you had bars, that you actually said something that had meaning in every line, in every track. And
Right.
I feel like you give that. You are a storyteller. You are a person who understands the intro and the outro. You know what I mean? And just how
Right.
to open
Right.
and close the song. And I think that's important. I think that, you know, a lot of depth and a lot of quality is what I see in your music. And you're very selective on your titles, which is
Right.
important. I think that's
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I feel like the starting point for me in creating music is it has to have substance.
Yeah.
In the sense of like I never want to just make music just to say whatever, what I'm
Mhm.
saying. I like making music where it's meaningful. A lot of the times the music I make is situational, so that's also like a way that I reach out to the fans and new fans is what I'm saying, creating music that people can like understand or relate to rather
Yeah.
than just saying hippity hoppity or whatever, you know what I mean?
It's true, Mike. It's true. That's what like. Everything that I listened to from you had a quality of a situation and giving you the beginning and the end and understanding and breaking it down. And that to me is important. One person that I love that does that is Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Jay is good for being that person when it comes to giving you the beginning, the middle, and the end. And I think that you're up there. You have those bars. You have that talent. And it's a God gift. It's not something that everybody gets,
mm,
So
mm.
definitely, I know there's nothing but great things that are coming your way. You told me, I know, that you recently had some A-list celebrities in your DM. Um, and do you want to share that and what that was
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah. So, I just been, majority of the time, whenever I'm on social media, apart from being an artist, you have to play, the business side of it, as far as like, doing things strategically, and trying to, separate yourself from others. So, yeah, whenever I'm sharing my music, I'm always, sharing to like I want to say like high performance pages, like
Yes.
pages that bring in a lot of views and a lot of numbers, and even with certain Instagrams and influencers. So I'm pretty sure on probably one page or something like that, I was just tagging a bunch of like hip hop artists, and out the blue, I got a message from Dave East, who happened to catch an ear to my music, and just hit me with the, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like gave me the green light, like, yo, I mess with your music, yo, you're dope, and we should start branding and stuff like that. So me and him been talking in the DM, you know what I'm saying, trying to make something work, and just moments like that just keep me going, knowing that, okay, this is the first of many. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If I'm catching his ear, I know I'm gonna catch somebody else's ear soon.
that's right.
So
And that's all it
so
is. Consistency.
yeah, yeah,
Bringing the consistency, doing it repetitively. And one, no doesn't mean there will be another no. The next one might be a yes. You know what I mean? So
no, yeah,
it
definitely. When I hear no, I just think of next opportunity.
yeah,
So, I never look at a no in a negative way. I try to keep, what I'm saying, I try to keep a positive outlook, and I tell myself, if I ever do get a no, what they're really telling me is just an O, next opportunity.
yeah.
So, I keep looking forward to the future and just keep on shining.
Now, did you fly out to somewhere recently? I know you were like you did something, and that was related to
Yeah,
music,
so
right?
yeah, yeah. So I recently just flew down to North Carolina. There was an event, Days Summit. Shout out to Days Summit,
Oh
and
yeah.
shout out to Scott Morris and his team for setting up the event, putting the event together for artists who are able to showcase their music.
Hmm.
So I met Scott Morris probably a few months back, through social media. I submitted some music on his live, and he heard what he was liking. He reached out to me and invited me to be a part of his movement, as far as showcasing your music to exec labels, and people of high stature in the music game. So
Yeah.
uh, he invited me to North Carolina to do a show. I went down there, did some music, ended up networking with a couple people down there. Shout out to Mia Snow,
Oh yeah, Mia.
and
She's
yeah,
popping
so
right now.
yeah, she's doing her thing. She's doing her
Yeah.
thing right now. She's making a lot of moves. So,
She got a show
which is
coming in New York, I see recently too.
oh yeah, yeah. I heard about that too. So
Yeah.
hopefully I can make it out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to Mia, shout out to Scott. I just been, trying to surround myself in those circles, you know what I'm saying, and stay consistent, and stay tapped in. I think that's the biggest thing, is staying tapped in, whether someone's consistent or not. You got to be tapped in, so where you're going to go and what's happening, or how you
Yeah.
can move forward.
Yeah, because it's all about moving forward. I find there's a lot of artists that are stagnated, um,
Right.
especially in New England. I feel like artists don't understand is that you do have to go outside of your network, outside of your comfort zone, in order to gain more notoriety and more fans, and more connections. You know what I mean? And that is important. And I see you doing that. So shout out
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, definitely.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's not
uh,
easy.
no, it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Sacrifice.
yeah, different. Different when you're in a different demographic. let's say, the one of my songs could be hitting up here, but if I'm, down there, people down there might, have their ears set on something else,
Right.
so it's about just putting yourself out there, just putting yourself out there, and just showcasing your music, and showing that you believe in your music,
Yeah,
because nobody's gonna believe in your music if you don't even believe in it. So
that's right.
shout out to the people in North Carolina. Shout out to my to the Uber driver. I ended up playing my Uber driver some of the music out there.
Really?
So
That was
he,
dope.
yeah, yeah, he was a fan, and things like that. I went down there. I was just networking, running down on everybody. Hey, like, what I'm saying? What's up? My name is MicRoqz. This is my page. You can check me out. Just dropped. What I'm saying? Just dropped the tape. No kind of sorta. You should check that out. You know what I mean? Just taking advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's what it's about. That is
you know
what
what
it's
I'm saying?
about. That's what I said.
So,
You're a star already. Like you understand what it takes. And
right.
that's important. You are the billboard. You are the brand. You are the host of your own show and your own career. You know what I mean? So that is important. And you have a lot of influence on social media. So what has that been like for you? How do you think social media has impacted the music industry?
Um, I feel like it's a blessing and a curse, really. Blessing because it's a platform to, to reach out to people who are not as close, to get your music out there. It's so simple to if you're in Florida, you can have people in Washington, Seattle, or something, tap into your music. So social media is dope because you're able to, reach so many people around the world.
Mhm.
Um, and then at the same time, it's just, I feel like it's a curse because it's so many people doing it all at once. So I feel like sometimes it can be a little oversaturated.
Yeah,
So that's when you really have to separate yourself, and find your individuality, and and stamp it to make you stand out from the rest.
that's right.
So social media has been dope because as far as with my music, I've gained followers from people who shared my music who I didn't even think would even share it on social media,
Yeah,
so it's been a blessing, to see the numbers grow, to have the views come in, and just like I said, just build the brand.
yeah. And again, that brand is going to stay with you. And I think you represent yourself very well, as a person and as an artist. And I think that's important to recognize because a lot of artists, are not that way. You know what I mean? Like there's this, I don't know. I feel like you still understand the business aspect of it. You know what I
But
mean? And you understand the business and you understand the industry.
of
Um,
course.
and I think that's the important part. And I tell artists this all the time. It's two parts of the business. It's the music business and it's the music industry. Um,
Right.
and you have to understand the industry is what sells. Um,
Right.
and you understand how to sell a brand. You come up with a brand. The business is having your, you know, your finances, everything in order to be able to fund the industry.
No,
Um,
yeah, definitely, definitely. As far as taking the time to understand, and figure out what brand you really want to push is also key. You know, shout out to my late friend, Michael Rodriguez Prize, who started a movement called Gift of God,
if the guy,
GOG, you
DOJ,
know. So um since his passing, unfortunately, what I'm saying, I've felt like I've took on the responsibility to keep the name alive.
and you have,
And
because I
yeah,
do it.
I appreciate that. So anytime I'm doing my music at these showcases or at these events, I'm screaming, I'm shouting out GOG, gift of God.
Yes.
And really what that means is just, I hope people understand what I'm really saying is that, you are a gift of God. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Everybody is a gift of God. Everybody has a gift that God gave them that nobody else has. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So embrace it, what I'm saying, flaunt it, show it off, what I'm saying, because it's no point of just holding that on to, holding it on for yourself, what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You never know who could, who needs your talent, who can, help you take you to the next place to where you want to go.
and that's
So
right. That's so right, Mike. I mean, honestly, I believe that, we're all given a gift and we all are here to feel and be felt. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
why are we not? I think that now, we're becoming more seclusive, more people are not as in depth or as depth as I would like them to be now. They're more shallow, they're more refrained, and they don't know how to socialize. This is just the
Right.
world we're coming to. And being able to still have that charisma and have that je ne sais quoi is what I like to say.
Mm,
It's important because that's what's going to make you successful in this business is being able to mingle and mix with the right people. Um,
definitely,
what
I agree.
what would you say you would be doing if it wasn't music right now?
um Man, if I really wasn't doing music, let's see. I probably I probably be in school for something with um in the in the health field as far as mental health, because I feel like I'm a big advocate for mental health, especially for men. So I probably find my way
Mikey
into
Cruz.
can you hear me?
You got it?
Yeah,
Mikey.
you can hear me.
Okay. Yep. So you
All
said
right.
mental health.
Yeah, so mental health. So I'm a big advocate for like mental health, especially for men. So
Yeah.
I think if I wasn't doing music, I'd find my way into some kind of like psychology, background, and do something more admirable and honorable. Not that music isn't admirable or honorable, but I feel like it'd be um more of a in-depth type of connection.
Yeah. I definitely could see that. You have that humbleness about you. And I think to be an advocate and to be an activist for mental health, you have to be humble. You have to be, just that gentle soul that people feel like they can open up to and talk to. Um, so
Yeah, I
that's
usually Yeah, I usually sometimes I try to incorporate that in my music.
yeah,
Like I said, because I like to have substance in my music, I like to, make a real connection with my fans. And, I want them to play my music when they're in the car, when they feeling sad or something like, oh, I need a pick me up. Let me throw on MicRoqz. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I want to be that, like that, the medicine, you know what I'm saying? For the soul, you know what I mean?
And I think you do. I think you do that. And I think your beat selection um is very particular. I think that you know what's going to move a crowd. You know what type of songs to perform. And I think that's important. Your song selection during performances is important. Um
Right,
and you
right.
have that. You have that. Like I said, like I told you, I told Ace, I said, I know MicRoqz is gonna close out the show. The energy's gonna
Right.
be lit, and Fab is not Fab. Look, Fab. Look, you see me? Fab's gonna be able to come on, and they gotta be
we
like, "Yo, that was a
we
show." No, it was Vado was supposed to come on, but if it was Fab, it would still be the same.
we manifesting right now. That's what we
Yes,
doing.
that's what
Manifestations.
we're doing for
We
real.
speaking into existence. So it's gonna come. It's
That's
gonna come.
right. It's gonna come. What would you say is your favorite song to perform?
Oh man. Let me see. One of my favorites has been the Addy, and Pretty Bitch
Got the
Trap.
Addy man back. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that song is just so fun, so energetic, and
yes,
it's
that's a
I feel
party
like
song for real.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like also too like people can like relate to, that type of situation as far as like you being the lit one, you popping out and then someone mad that they didn't get the Addy, you know?
Yes,
Like you
yes,
know you so I thought that was a dope idea to put into the music and have people like, oh, like, oh, I've experienced that before, like, yeah, what I'm saying, I'm out and about and then someone texted me trying to find the info and it's just like, man, like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, you're not as, what I'm saying,
you
you're
ain't
not as,
popping.
yeah. You ain't lit, you know what I'm
You
saying,
ain't
you ain't
lit.
popping that.
You ain't
So
got the Addy. You ain't lit, baby.
you know what I'm saying? So Addie's been dope, and another favorite of mine is the Pretty Bitch Trap one. I feel like that one's a favorite.
Yes,
I feel like that one's a favorite because when I first started pushing my music seriously, I felt like that one was one of the first songs that just kind of was just like different, you know.
yes,
So it always gets the crowd going. Both genres. I mean,
yeah,
sorry, both genders.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be tapped in and turning up with me whenever that song come on.
Like I said, your music selection, I think caters to both audiences. It caters to so many audiences. And I think
Right,
that's important. Like I tell artists all the time, like, listen, don't have me sitting here sad, depressed with your, family issues and, the struggles. Like people when they go out to a nightclub, they want to dance, they want to have a good time. And
right.
you give that energy in your performances. So shout out
Right.
to you.
Yeah. There's a time and place for everything, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's also part of like understanding the like you said, the music industry side as
yeah,
far as like, you know what I'm saying, like what sells,
yeah,
and first impressions is a big thing too. So it's like,
yeah,
you gotta understand the demographics. Like, I'm not about to go into a club and perform, a Rod Wave type of song and what I'm saying, have
yeah.
everybody just like it just doesn't
No
make
doubt.
sense. It just doesn't make sense. So, that's also part of like being more than an artist is like understanding the science to it, you
Yeah,
know.
because there is a
So
science. There's
yeah,
definitely a
yeah, if you know, you know what I'm saying, as far
science.
as like being selective with your music and even the venues and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? It all goes to because when you want to make a fan, right? You only got like one shot at it. Either, the first time you're showing somebody your music, either they're gonna rock with you or they're gonna say, nah, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if you can kind of, read the room, you know, it's always gonna it's always gonna play out better in your favor because now you know which songs to hit them with and when what songs to like, yo, DJ, play this one, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah,
move the crowd. So
yeah,
like you said, yeah, I feel like I have a great understanding of that because I know myself and I know my music,
yeah.
and I put so much thought into even when I'm writing music, I put thought into what audience I'm trying to, deliver to,
That's
you
right.
know.
That's
So
exactly what it is. It's understanding who you're delivering your message to,
right.
and how it's going to be received. You know what I mean? Like that
But
observation is a key fundamental in science.
oh
Um,
yeah, definitely.
that in itself, like I tell people, like you said, read the room. um and sometimes you got to switch it up. Sometimes what you thought you was going to come up in there with, you might not lead with that, you might lead with something else, so
Right.
but it's
Right.
understanding the business side of it, and I respect you and I admire just what you've done in your career, because again, it's many of
Thank you.
artists that have not even got into that level yet, that have been in the business for a very long time. So
Mm.
what would you say is the best advice that you've been given in regards to the music business and industry?
um stay consistent. Stay
Yeah.
consistent, even when you're not motivated, because consistency is gonna, replace motivation.
Yeah.
You know, so stay consistent with the music. Stay committed. And don't give up, because you know you never know when, what I'm saying, when your day is gonna come, when that lucky ticket's gonna come.
That's
What I'm saying,
right.
and only God knows how far away or how close you are to your dreams. So, and nobody else is gonna tell that for you. So, if
Right.
you give up now, you're gonna be mad and shoot yourself in the foot to find out, damn, you was this close. Later in
Yeah.
life.
Tell me, I this one is off the record because I just haven't added it to our questions that I
Okay.
typically ask. But I want to know, what would you say is the difference between your first performance to your last performance um, in MicRoqz?
Um,
Your
the
first
first,
performance to the last.
yeah. So my first performance, I think my real big performance was, I did a show back in Orlando, Florida, back in like 2014 and stuff like that. And I didn't really have I didn't have the image that I have now, but I didn't let that stop me from, giving all I got in my performance.
Yes.
My first performance I did was was a duet. Well, not really a duet, but it was more like a feature. I had a female background singer
Yeah.
in the back, and during the performance, I turned it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So I was energetic. I was, engaging in the crowd, and
Yeah.
doing my thing. And I think that the person I was on stage with wasn't really as experienced or as confident in
Right.
on their end. And
Hmm.
I think the show could have been better. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So little moments like that just told me, or just taught me to you know, um, just to do it by not do it by myself, but more like, focus on making music that's for you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And creating music that is entirely myself, and just crowd, rocking with the crowd. So my last performance down in North Carolina, that one was, so much turned up, because I have so much experience already standing in front of
Yeah.
people. I'm confident being on the microphone. I'm confident, engaging with the crowd, and having the crowd participate. If I'm saying GOG, I'm making them say GOG. I'm
Yeah.
saying Mike Rocks, they saying Mike Rocks. I think early on in my first performance, I wasn't doing that, but
Mike, you went out
over.
again.
Can you hear me?
Guys, we got Mike Rocks in the building. Okay, so you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yep. Okay, so you was on the mic, you said, and you was making the crowd say God and giving that crowd participation, which is
Yeah,
important.
yeah, yeah. So I think over time I just got more experienced, and I just
That's
felt
the
more
MC.
confident.
You're not just a rapper now, you're an MC, and that's what that is, like being able
Right,
to move the crowd is important. Like people don't understand that. Like it's a certain
right,
etiquette, it's a certain, skill set that you have to have, and understanding your audience, like you said, like we talked about. Um
right.
Tell me, what is a message today that you want to give to your fans and your supporters and anybody you want to
Um,
shout out?
Listen, the message I want to say is, one bad day don't mean a bad life.
That's right.
So I actually have a song called Bad Life, and that's really the dominant message in the song, is letting my fans know that one bad day doesn't mean a bad life. It's gonna get better. Just keep pushing, and joy comes in the morning.
That's right. So always a new day. you know,
Right. You feel
and
me?
yeah, that's just so dope, Mike. I love that.
I
Like
appreciate
I
it. Yeah.
said, your mind, your spiritual, being in itself, it's magnetic. And again, that's the people that you want to lead. That's the people that you want to deliver these messages. People with kind souls. And I think that you're one of those people. You know what I mean? Like, is that you try to deliver real, knowledge and wisdom, and just give people, the breakdown. And I think that's important. So I want to see
Yeah.
nothing but the best.
Oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I try to uplift others in my music. I never I feel like music now is already oversaturated with so much like negativity and just so just raw, unfiltered like, negative energy that, it's time for, some good yeah, good music, some positive music to, kind of, enter your soul, what I'm saying? Some put
Yeah.
people in back in their right state of minds.
So that actually leads me to my next question, which was, if there was anything in the music business that you could change, what would it be?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I feel like we just got to bring back good music. You know what I'm saying? I feel, I feel like the last time I heard some real good music was probably like, like in my high school days and stuff like that. Back when you had the Jada Kiss and the the Dipsets and like just real like good quality like radio music and stuff like that that we everybody remembers the words to.
Yeah,
Kind of before this I want to say like the whole drill scene took over. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because what I feel like once the whole drill scene took over, it just now everybody's just so assertive and just so just angry. Really, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's just like yo, we need to get back to that positive music that you know
Uplifting.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That same feeling that our parents felt when they threw on some Marvin Gaye or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So I really want to I would really love to get back to that. So for me, I try to, I try to push that narrative in my music, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? As far as like just making good feel good music
Yeah,
rather than talking about some negative stuff
right,
that's just already going to put you in a bad
right.
mindset. I tell people that music is a drug.
Yeah,
Music is has the same effects as a drug. You know what I'm saying? So what you're putting out, people are gonna take in and run with it. So it's
yeah.
like what are you really doing for the community? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like
Absolutely.
what are you really doing for your people? You know what I'm saying? Are you uplifting them? Are you inspiring them? You know what I'm saying? Can you give them a word when it seemed like the sun ain't shining on their day? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Rather than telling them like do X, Y, and Z and go run down on this and no, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like every now and then, you want to listen to some gangster shit or whatever, but like I feel like people or the hip hop community, we need to get back into the love of music. I feel like
Yeah,
people don't really have a love for music anymore. They just kind of just do it just because the next person doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for some fame or some clout, rather than trying to give some game.
yeah. Absolutely. I think that, the older I get, Mike, I realize that I start gravitating back to old music, to old R&B, and,
Oh
just things
yeah.
that I feel make me feel happy. And I want to listen to happy music. I want to listen to lifting music, and music that puts me in a good state of mind. And I think that's important. Like you said, like, you want music that's going to elevate and make people be conscious of their chakra, which is important
Right.
because you
Right.
are what you consume. You know what I'm saying? So if you're
Mhm.
consuming all this mad angry music, what do you think you're going
Right.
to be? Mad and angry. Like, let's
Right.
get back to the feel good music. I'm with you,
You
Mike.
know, yeah, I'm ready for the barbecue vibes. I'm ready for the
Yeah,
kickback
man.
vibes.
So that's the vibe from MicRoqz. I mean, that's what I try to get from artists too. Like, what vibe are you bringing? What who is MicRoqz as the artist? And I think we just summed it up, like that feel good music, that music that resonates with people, that people, remember the bars and remember the wordplay, or want to
Right,
go back and they want more. You know what I mean? Like
right, right,
that's
right.
the
Not, yeah,
that's the gift,
I'm a big fan of individuality. If there's to other artists or people who are watching this, a message I really want to convey is that, to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Create your identity. It's okay to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do what he's doing. You don't have to do what she's doing. Believe in yourself, and I promise you that's gonna take you so far. They might not see the vision, but they gonna see it at the end.
right? So tell me, no kind of sorta. Uh, what's that all about? I mean, because that's the new album. Or is it an
Right.
album or is it a EP? What is it exactly?
I guess I want to call it an EP, a
Okay.
quick, small little EP, but no kind of sorta is the name of the tape. I chose that name because I felt like that best describes who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? It's either black and white. I mean, it's black and white with me. There's no gray area. You know what I'm saying? No kind of sorta. I'm never been a kind of sorta person. I'm either gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it.
Hmm.
You know. So I try to convey that with the songs that I recorded and the music that I create and fit it under one umbrella. Excuse me.
Yes.
And each track going down the list has to kind of bring out that message like, listen, it's no kind of sorta in the sense of love, it's no kind of sorta in the sense of standing on business, it's no kind of sorta in the sense of doing anything that you really want to do. Just, you know what I'm saying, don't be a kind of sorta person.
That's right. No iffy shit. That's what I always tell people. I don't deal with the iffy.
Right,
You know,
right,
I fuck with you, you fuck with me. Like, nah, fuck with me because you really want to. You know what I mean? It's
right.
no back and forth. It's no, you know, you can't be
Right,
one,
one
that
foot
way.
out in and one
Yeah,
foot out. It don't make no sense.
no,
Um, one thing I've learned or I've picked up on is like to be around people who celebrate you, not people who tolerate you. And if you haven't experienced that, life is gonna, what I'm saying, teach you or at least show you, what I'm saying, the difference between those who celebrate you and those who just tolerate you.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's wisdom. I mean, Mike, you are a wise man. With just so much knowledge and so much, inspiration. And again, like I remember you were like, my thing is the professionalism with artists who are managing themselves. You know what I mean? You also have your own company, but you also
Right.
manage yourself partly. You know what I mean? And that for me was like when you hit me, it was like, okay, so I just want to make sure we're clear and we have this because I was with the kids, blah, blah, blah. Like you were doing it all and still managing this career. Um, and that's not easy. So what, keeps you going? What would you say? Or how do you keep
Um, what keeps me going is the dream. It's
yeah,
the dream that I have of creating the life that I want for myself and for my family, and not stopping until I make that dream a reality. Like I said, what keeps me going is the consistency, because let's be real, not every day I'm motivated. Life happens.
yeah.
Life be life, and so
I be life.
you know
I'm
what I'm
putting
saying.
that on a
So
shirt. I'm telling you, I already got it in the Up North City Girls store. I'm like,
oh, that's
listen,
fine.
life be lifing,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, that's
This
fire.
year,
I need I
that's
need
the
a shirt
slogan.
like that.
Yeah, man, that's the shirt. That's the wave this year because I'm telling you, every time you turn around, it was something. But you just keep going when you have this vision and this dream, and you got so many people that depend on you, that have supported you. I think that's what keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
people like you know what I mean? Great quality people who I want to be able to showcase to my network, to the world. Um,
Right.
and try to get, just you closer to where you're trying to go because I see it. So this just solidifies our bond and our union. You are now in the media loop. Um,
Hey, let's
so
go. Let's
that's
go.
dope. Like I always say to people, like I try to build a tribe and a family,
Right.
and just a network, and being able to share artists and tell artists, hey, I got MicRoqz out in Springfield. You want to do a show out there? You should definitely
Mm-hmm.
collab with them, get on a feature, whatever. You guys do a show out there. Like this is what it's about. Like being able to connect those dots and having great quality people. So I am thankful and forever grateful for our bond and our union in this business because it's important, again, to come across good quality people.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially, meeting people like you who take the time to, interview artists and help them gain some exposure and just help, building a brand. And I gotta give you your flowers too, for the work that you do and the networking that you do and the time you take to invest in your company and others. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I see it with the promotion and
This is not an
the
easy, people. This is 5 years in the making. You're on season five, baby. Like, this is, I look back now at my catalog and I just see the quality of artists that I've picked and the fact that they're still around and they're still evolving and they're still working. And I know that I picked the right people. I picked 12 of the best artists in my catalog for the season, because it's
right,
usually a 3 month run. We do every week for 3 months. And those are 12 artists that I feel have quality, that have something that they're bringing to the table that is unique and it's a gift. And we want to showcase this and get them further, in this business. Because again,
oh, she froze. I think you might have froze on me this one.
you got me.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, so I just think it takes all those things, that you bring. And I again am forever thankful and grateful for our, friendship and just the things that I've been able to see through you. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, I appreciate
sometimes,
it. Appreciate it.
yeah, sometimes you lose hope, sometimes you lose, motivation. And then I meet a MicRoqz and I'm like, yes, it's an artist out here who understands, like
Right,
let's go,
right,
and that's
right.
that's what you need, so I definitely want to see more in the future. What do you have going on? What's next for MicRoqz? Tell me that.
Listen, right now, so I'm just continuing to grow the brand, continuing to work on new music, working on the follow-up tape, no kind of sort of two. It's not a definite thing, but it's up in the air right now. Just trying to collectively bring the best music together and drop another tape, and just work with a lot of different other artists too, and not even artists, videographers, people who do skits or influencers, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
open yourself up creatively. Definitely,
Yeah, yeah,
you
you know what
have
I'm
that.
saying? So
You have
yeah, I
that
know.
TikTok. You have that TikTok viral vibe.
Yeah, yeah, I'm waiting for my moment. I'm waiting for my.
Mhm.
I know, you know what I'm saying. I don't know when it's gonna come, but it's gonna hit. It's gonna be a viral moment, and then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
We're gonna be
And
like,
then
damn, I can't even get in touch with Mike Ross. Like, yeah, hold on, he's out the country. What's happening? Like, I'm telling you, I see it, Mike. I see it,
hey,
and
I
I'm just
appreciate
honored
it.
that we had this moment and this, this day to definitely get to connect and share you, with the world. So tell me,
Oh,
is
I
there any
appreciate it.
last things, anything that you want to say to anybody, any shout outs? Before we
Hey,
get, I know you got the family. I gotta go deal with the family, and we gonna get
no,
back
no,
to this
no.
Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. Quick little shout out to everyone who tapped in, everyone who's watching this. I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. If you haven't already, check me out. Follow me on the social media, Mike Rocks, MicRoqz. Big shout out to my guy Jay Killer. Big shout out to Tahiti Gang. Big shout out to my man Prize Forever. Big GOG movement, Gift of God, and I appreciate you having me on, on the platform and letting me rock out with you
You're
today.
gonna come back. You in the loop now, We're gonna have a
Oh, yeah.
reunion show. So hopefully by the reunion we get that fab collab. You're like, yo, TML, I got the
Yo,
collab.
yeah, you gonna be the first one I hit. Like, yo, look what happened.
I'm tagging him. You already know. I'm running it up. With you. This is all content. This is all
Hey,
content.
that's love. That's love. So yeah,
Yes.
I definitely can't wait back to spin back around and be on the next one and share with you how much we've come along.
Yeah, I love it. You have a great day. Happy Sunday. And
Definitely.
thank you for tuning in and being on time.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You enjoy your Sunday. I'm gonna go tap in with some footballs, NFL Sunday. So,
Hell
you know, I'm gonna go tap in with the guys. But you enjoy your Sunday. I appreciate you. Thank
yeah.
you
Yes,
so
I
much.
appreciate you too, Mike. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye. Hey guys, that was MicRoqz in the building, representing the 413. Already know it's lit. I just want to say shout out to our sponsor today. We have on Martin Vandal. Okay, Martin Vandal was our sponsor at the last event. As you can see that M right there in the back. Can you see it? I want to see if you can see it right there. Y'all understand? Martin Vandal, look them up. They on Instagram. Shout out to my guys. Everybody's pulling up. October 26th is lit. Make sure y'all be there. Nightmare on Dunbar. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. It is DJ Foreign 94.5. Dopest DJ in New England. It's his birthday bash, okay? So you guys better make sure you pull up, pop out. Up North City Girls, we in the building. Dance Hall Queen Yaya, she's in the building. My guys, One Stop Productions in the building. So many people are in the building that night. So I can't shout everybody out. We only got a couple of more seconds to go, but I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. And again, we have next week, we have Rockwell in the building. Mixtape Monopoly, my guys. I definitely want to check up, see what's going on with him. He got a new project that he's been working on, and I'm excited. Again, it's fall. Everybody have a great time. Do what you do. Definitely check out October 18th. The 3 Pounds of Pressure book signing with my son in the building. As the keynote speaker, shout out to Mike Curry. He was my recent guest. Shout out to Treese Alvarez. She is the dopest, my media sister. Again, it's about winning this season. So I'm so happy and so grateful to see my people winning, and it's just been a blessing to watch this year evolve and us just be able to give you great quality artists. So I'm excited. Again, October is great. We have Wamptronica coming in. We also have Adriana in the building. She is definitely a dope singer, songstress, great talent, and a beauty. So again, beautiful soul. It's just amazing the people that are going to be on this month's roster for the interview. So I'm excited. You guys have a great day. Again, happy Sunday. Shout out to Martin Vandal again. Martin Vandal in the building. Y'all see that? We out here. Good night.